What's up guys, welcome to another video. Today we'll be reviewing Nightmare Before Christmas. This one came out in 1993 and was directed by Henry Selick and stars Danny Elfman as Jack Skellington and Chris Sarandon as Jack Skellington, as well as Catherine O'Hara as Sally. Now before we start, just like and subscribe to the post notification bell so you know for a video. Let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So all the actors in this film, I thought they were fantastic. The voice actors, very, very good. They are very, very iconic. The characters are iconic. And of course, the actors who portray them are also iconic. The opening sequence I thought was great. It's basically the This Is Halloween opening sequence. Danny Elfman, fantastic score, which I'll get to later. But this song in particular is a fantastic way to start off this entire film. The animation is both terrifying and unique. The stop motion is phenomenal. Zero, who is Jack's dog, looks awesome. He's a ghost dog, see-through. They make it look like a ghost, and it works very, very well. There's also a great use of shadows, and it enhances the creepiness factor of the film. I thought that the use of shadows in this film was very, very well done because, of course, it is animation. This film did come out in 1993, and it was very hard to do, of course, animated films back then. But they used what they could, and it looks phenomenal. Jack Skellington, who was voiced by Danny Elfman, is a great protagonist. I thought Jack Skellington was one of the best characters, if not the best character, in this entire film. There's also a great relationship between Jack and Sally, who is voiced by Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara is fantastic as Sally, and their relationship is very, very well done. The first act of the film, I thought it was great. It sets up the characters well, sets up the atmosphere, the tone, the entire story. So I thought the overall first act was great. There's also a great transition from Halloween Town to Christmas Town. So I thought that when Jack Skellington was going from Halloween Town to Christmas Town, where he becomes Santa and all of that, fantastic transition. And that's in the first act of the film. Now moving on to the second act of the film, I thought it was also fun and entertaining. There's a great Halloween Town meeting scene with Jack Skellington explaining Christmas to all the monsters, and of course they don't understand it. They don't really like it because they're so used to Halloween. There's also a great sequence where it's a Christmas sequence with the monsters preparing for Christmas in Halloween Town. So they do all these things that they think is what Christmas is all about, but it's really creepy, and they use the stuff that they have in Halloween Town to make it look like Christmas. So I thought it works very, very well because it shows that they do not know anything about Christmas. There's also a great reveal of Oogie Boogie, who is voiced by Ken Page. He is one of my favorite and one of the creepiest animated villains of all time. He appears in the second act of the film, and it is a little late when Oogie Boogie appears, but I think it works for the film because it sets up the characters so well that I just had a fun time with all those characters and didn't even think it was a bad decision that they put the villain so far into the film. The Oogie Boogie song, absolutely iconic, one of the best songs in this entire film. Oogie Boogie, like I said, is one of the best characters in this entire film. The third act of the film I thought was awesome. It's basically a final battle between Jack and Oogie Boogie. It's very fun, and of course there's a sequence with the spindle, and Oogie Boogie gets ripped apart, and you see all these bugs and maggots. Very iconic. The score by Danny Elfman is fantastic. Danny Elfman is a fantastic composer, and his score for this film is one of my favorite scores he's ever made. The ending sequence, I thought it was great. It's basically snowing in Halloween Town, and I think it works because of that transition in the second act of the film where we got the Christmas in Halloween Town, so it really makes sense that they would have done that in the ending sequence. That's about it. There's nothing bad about this film. The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of the greatest animated films of all time. It's one of my favorite animated films, and I highly recommend it, and I'm going to give The Nightmare Before Christmas an A. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the post notification bell so you know for every video. I'm Peter. Thank you for watching.